Welcome to the Christian Atheist. Episode number 23, Letters to My Atheist Self. Letter number 3. Dear John, you are sitting right now in Mom's house, surrounded by the luggage for your projected departure tomorrow for Salzburg, Austria, watching the aftermath of the destruction of the World Trade Center towers. Your teaching opportunity and European travel itinerary have disappeared in the terrorist destruction of 9/11. You will not be touring Europe or able to use your experience in Salzburg to advance your prospects in academia. It will be 3 years before you complete your dissertation and receive your PhD. The Islamic terrorism that has just rocked the world generally, and your world in particular, should remind you of another quote from your dissertation research by Jean-Paul Sartre. This one from the article Individualism and Conformism in the United States. Sartre says, "Most of the people I spoke with seem to have a naive and passionate faith in the virtues of reason." An American said to me one evening, "After all, if international politics were in the hands of well-balanced and reasonable men, wouldn't war be abolished forever?" Some French people present said that this did not necessarily follow, and he got angry. I, for my part, said nothing. Discussion between us was impossible. I believe in the existence of evil, and he does not. John, your experience of academia has by now convinced you that the sort of blind faith in the upward path of reason that Hegel's dialectic has come to mean for the left has been unconsciously adopted by nearly every segment and pocket of society, even the church. You are already saying that we are all unconscious Hegelians now. And since Hegel has himself no prescriptive ethics, it is the utilitarian dictum that the ends justify the means that has come to rule Western ethical thought and practice. Since for Hegel, all that is real is rational, and all that is rational is real, absolute evil cannot exist. Relativism instead rules. And the only relative evil is that which retards the advancement of reason, Hegel's spirit, that which stands in the path of progress. Whatever, then, can be done to overcome such resistance is justified. This was the answer you sought all those years ago when you asked, how did our world go so far wrong so quickly? The answer was found in the philosophy of Hegel. Although you are now an atheist, you believe along with Sartre that real evil does exist. Neither your own conviction nor that of Sartre can be said to be equivalent to the Christian notion of evil, but it cannot be doubted that this sense of real evil sets you apart from nearly the entirety of learned society. You feel that separation deeply, I know. As you study Plato and, yes, Socrates more over the next few years, your understanding of the world and its structure will continue to reveal important things to you, truths that you inchoately understand but lack the explicit language and ideas to express. Your ideas, and yes, your prejudices, particularly those against the left, will alter and clarify much that you still do not understand, will create a subtlety of reasoning that will falsify some of your most cherished notions. Ideology, you will find, can only yield partial truths. Most of these discoveries will be better left to your own efforts, but I think that one exception can be made. You will come to understand in Plato's treatment of political change that the connection between political structure and social and individual values is much tighter than you suppose right now. Both Plato and Hegel teach that there is a logic to the path of human practice, and not just a logic of thought. For Hegel, spirit unfailingly rises towards ever higher self-consciousness, while for Plato, the direction is decidedly in the opposing direction, towards degradation. The individual for Hegel is the pawn of spirit's self-realization, while for Plato, it is the values of individual citizens that construct the state. And thus, as values degrade, as they almost inevitably do, so does the state. The corporate structure inevitably reflects the value of its individual citizens, and values, unless in some way maintained, reinforced, or strengthened, tend to decline rather than to ascend. Machiavelli makes a similar point in his discourses on Livy. Hegelian optimism does not withstand historical scrutiny. In the real world, things can and do get worse as the values that structure our world are wantonly abandoned in favor of progress. When once you admit the existence of evil as an absolute reality against which Hegel's system must founder, and I think that both you and Sartre are correct in doing so, by the law of unintended consequences, you may be admitting more than you are bargaining for. Atheism works best when you can wander about in the nebulous cloud of relativism. When once you begin dealing in absolutes, substantial realities, atheism is skating on thin ice, with a body of water beneath you of depths unknown, filled with both monsters and treasures unfathomable. If you are determined to oppose Hegelian optimism, and I pray that you remain so, the world will become richer for you, your thoughts concerning it less naive, and Hegel's logic, which is his greatest intellectual achievement, by encountering what Hegelian metaphysics cannot offer, real limitation, such as the existence of an absolute evil, will offer you a profound tool for understanding a more spiritual reality than the arrogance of rationalistic atheism and materialism allow for. If this is the first episode of The Christian Atheist you've seen, please subscribe to be sure to catch upcoming episodes, and visit our YouTube channel to catch up on previous episodes. First, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And let us know what you'd like to hear from us by commenting. Wise Words for Your Occasion is located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, but we're willing to travel. For inquiries or to book an occasion, go to wisewordsforyouroccasion.wordpress.com or see us on Facebook or check out our YouTube channel. You'll find links to all three in this post.